Hello everyone, you reached Business Central Musings. It's a channel that I started a year ago, and I've been talking about Business Central topics. While I think I have about 40 videos or even less, I didn't count them lately. So basically maybe one video a week, even rarer than that. We've got 320 subscribers, and we keep adding new subscribers almost every day. It's a free channel. I share my knowledge accumulated in 10 years working with Nav and Business Central. So if you want to learn Nav, or if you want to learn Business Central, if you want to learn tips for users of Business Central, or even functional consultants, typical or regular things they do, join my channel. I also cover development topics, and I will be focusing more and more on the development part or side of Business Central in the near future. So if you're there where you want to learn more about it, more about AL and more about Business Central, and you want to tinker with writing AL code, follow me on YouTube, or on LinkedIn, or on my website, which is 7-8 years old now. My website is www.sverlan.com. But enough about me and about my work, and let's learn something new today. And I kind of follow the same type of coding patterns, the same commands, sometimes same data types. But once in a while you find something new, you read some code in the base app and wonder, wow, if Microsoft developed it and used it in the base app, maybe I can use it too. And that brings me to the other day when I've got a development task related to dimension corrections, and looking over the base app, I found a statement, a AL statement that I can't remember using it in the past. So I thought, okay, let's dive into it and see if we can add it to our toolbox. And I think it's actually useful. So we're going to talk today about FilterPageBuilder data type. Let's look into it. So let's look at an example that I found it in Business Central in the dimension correction page. One of the subforms here is selected ledger entries. You can see it here, and the new data type, the one that we're going to talk about in this video, which is the FilterPageBuilder data type, it is used by the add by filter, and basically FilterPageBuilder data type, it allows you to collect data from users, but in a way that, in the sense that I want to see, I want to gather from the user a filter. Let's say I want to filter general ledger entries. So I want to get from the user the filter for those general ledger entries. And it looks like that when you click on that action that's using filter page builder data type is going to show you a filter page, and it will allow you to build up your own filter. And then once you click OK, the program will extract from this page, from the output of this page, filter page, whatever filter you build. What the filter page does. Let's look at a little bit at the Microsoft Learn page, and it says filter page builder data type stores filter configurations for a filter page. A filter page is a dynamic page that contains one or more filter controls that enables users to set filters on fields of the underlying tables. We display this filter page for the user to build up a filter, which we're going to use it in the code farther down by doing whatever. I have built one example, and I'll show you in a second what I did. Let's go to the items card, items list first, and then one of the cards. Let's open up items by location, and on the item menu there is an action that you're not going to find in your Business Central environment: purchase item by location. And let's look at maybe this one, Athens mobile pedestal, or maybe let's say Antwerp conference table. We see we have nothing in East location. Let's add one conference table in items in Antwerp conference table. So we click on purchase item by location. I get a filter page, and I'm going to say, let's say the code for this location is East. Then I click on OK. I am asked now on a different filter page to choose a quantity, and this quantity is actually based on the integer data, integer record, and I'm going to choose maybe one. Just want one conference table, and system is doing something, an order, it's posting it, and we got a message there. But the idea is that, look, we've got now one item 1920s, which is the Antwerp conference table in East location. So, and we saw the filter page displayed while after we clicked on purchase item by location. So let's look at the code, what it does, and what did I do here. So the filter page builder is actually a page extension. I'm extending the page items by location matrix, and I've got the purchase item by location action here, and among other variables I have the filter page builder, two variables of data type filter page builder. One is for filter location and one is for filter integer. So basically what I want is I want to collect from the users the location and the quantity of a specific item. And then with this data, I'm going to create a purchase order. For simplicity, I didn't collect data about vendor. I just used the vendor number on the item card, just to make it simpler, because the purpose of this exercise is not to collect every single thing needed, but to learn more about the filter page builder. So The way we do it is, first we add a record, filter location page builder, we call the function add record, and with the function add record we have to populate a name. What's the name of the filter page, and then you have to display a table, and the list of the fields that you can filter are from this record, which is the location record. And then we run model, and that's when you get the filter page record, and you choose the location. Then when the user clicks on OK, we need to figure out what was that filter. For that, we're using the get view and we're passing the title, which is the title of the initial that we passed here, to set the filter for the record location. And with that, because we choose the code of the location to be east, that's what is going to be returned here, code equal east, and we're setting the view for the location. So we basically, it's equivalent to set filter code equal east, and then we try to find that record, and with that record found, we get that location into a variable location code. And then once we have the location picked and we store it in this location code, we need to know our purchase line, what quantity to put on the purchase line. And for that, we're taking another filter and we're adding the record this time quantity. Quantity was defined as record integer, and we run it again just like we did before. We store the quantity that we passed in this filter page in the qty variable, and then we've got this message, which probably is not that useful because appears anyways after we created the purchase record. And then with this data, armed with this data, we can call a function create PI and post. Actually, it's not a PI, it's a PO, but we're passing the vendor number, which is rec.vendor number, rec being on the items by location matrix page. That page has item as the base record. So we're getting the vendor number from the item. Location code is the one we captured here. And rec.no is the item number. And quantity is the record we extracted from the value we extracted from the second filter, that based on the integer data type, integer record. Let's look at this function. We receive vendor number, location code, item number, quantity, and we are trying to create an order for this vendor, and we're setting the location on the header. We set it as ready to be posted for receipt and invoice, and then we create a line under that header, and we set up the type of the line to item, the number to the item number we received here, location and quantity, and we are returning the PH, which is the purchase header. And we get the purchase header in here. We're committing because otherwise we won't be able to post, and or to run the code unit for the posting. And then we run the code unit 90, which will post this purchase order. And you saw the result. So that's how you can use FilterPageBuilder data type to extract data from the customer and then build something with that data. Is this the easiest way, or is this the only way we can capture data from the customer? No, I have at least 2 other ideas that we can implement to build a purchase order and post it at runtime based on, let's say, the item. And one would be a processing only report where we capture whatever we need to be able to create a purchase order and to post it. Or we can even go even farther with the navigate page, where we collect the data from the user and we will ultimately post it. But more about this and many other topics in my next videos. That's it for today. Have a great week. I'll see you soon.